Welcome back. You're watching Newsx and I'm Shivani Singh. In the latest updates coming in, authorities have put out an urgent call for blood to help treat those injured in the shooting incident at the Bondi beach. Meanwhile, the blood donations website crashed under the weight of the demand. So, Lifeblood, which is an agency which manages them, actually appealed for people to show up at the blood banks anyway. Joining us live on the broadcast is my colleague Aditya Vadhavan with more on this. Aditya, obviously there are around 40 people who have been critically wounded in that shooting, and now there was an urgent need for blood over there, and we saw an overwhelming response. In fact, it crashed the website, and now the authorities have said that you just need to show up at the blood bank to show your support over there.
Well, absolutely, Shivani. Indeed, this is one of the most decisions that has been taken by the Australian government, so as to donate blood for the victims of the Bondi beach shooting. Indeed, and now, it's been confirmed that the driver had an ISIS flag in his car, that he brought at the Bondi beach in Sydney, and he opened fire upon the crowd who are, celebrating the Jewish Hanukkah festival. So, indeed, at this juncture, very critical situation at this juncture. The people are being called upon to donate as much as blood they can, for the victims of this shooting incident. Shivani.
Right. In fact, Aditya, I'll request you to please stay on with us. Mourners have gathered at the beachside memorial to lay flowers and pay their respects to those who perished in the attack that targeted a Hanukkah event. Remember, 16 people from the Jewish community have been killed in the terrorist attack at the Bondi beach in Sydney. So, Aditya, obviously we see a lot of people pouring in over there at the memorial sites. They are paying their respects. A large number of people all united together to condemn this act of terror and to show solidarity with the victims and their families, Aditya.
Well, absolutely. At this juncture, indeed, all the victims, there are sympathies for the who have been killed in this cowardly terror attack, and definitely everybody is now standing, in solidarity with the Jewish community. We recently saw how even the security of the Jewish community has been beefed up in India as well, and at this juncture, there's been a very disappointed. The Israeli government is absolutely very disappointed by this thing, because we saw the comments from the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu that they had some input regarding this, and this have been prevented. So at this juncture, all the people are paying their homage to the victims who have been killed in this shooting incident at the Bondi beach in Sydney. Shivani.
Right. Aditya, I'll request you to please stay on with us. We have some more inputs on the story. The Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has taken to social media and stated that he convened a national cabinet to respond to the act of terror and anti-Semitism in Bondi last night. In a social media post, Albanese wrote, and I quote, "We stand with Jewish Australians and we stand against hatred and violence. Australia is stronger than those who try to divide us, and we will come through this together." Earlier, Albanese had announced that he would push for tougher gun laws at the meeting. So, Aditya, obviously we've spoken about how, the Prime Minister has spoken about how they need tougher gun laws, but over here he stated that during that cabinet meeting, he also stated that nobody can divide us, that terror attack cannot divide the people of Australia, and that everyone stands together with the Jewish Australian community over there.
Absolutely, all these comments are coming from the Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese. They fully stand with the Jewish community in Australia, and definitely anti-Semitism is something which cannot be, as per his comments, which cannot be tolerated in Australia. Even during there was one press meet at the Australian High Commission, on the 17th, which has been cancelled now at the Australian High Commission in New Delhi. And indeed, all these things, Now, the investigation is on in this case, and definitely the Australian government is taking all the steps, to nab who are the culprits behind this, because an ISIS flag has been found in the attacker's car. So we have seen such self-styled ISIS-inspired militants, open firing across. In many the recent years, we have seen such rampage shootings across the Western countries as well, be it United States or the Western Europe. So indeed, a similar pattern has also come up in this type of shooting which has happened at the Bondi beach. So indeed, now all these things will be investigated, and definitely all the culprits behind will be punished behind whoever is behind this attack. Shivani, back to you.
You know, Aditya, when we talk about the investigation, you have been mentioning that in your updates. What is currently the status regarding the investigation in this entire case? Because we heard that one shooter is dead, but the other one is still undergoing treatment. What are the authorities saying regarding that?
Well, absolutely. The other shooter who is undergoing under immense, who's admitted in the hospital. He's under intense, constant medical supervision as to how, the police is, the local Sydney police is waiting, once he regains his consciousness. There will be a tough questions that will be posed to him, and he will be interrogated closely. And then from here on, from there on, the Sydney police will definitely get further leads pertaining to this terror attack that has happened at the Bondi beach. So indeed, at this juncture, to start the preliminary investigation, the attacker who's still receiving medical treatment at the hospital needs to gain his consciousness, and then only he can spill the beans as to who is behind this cowardly terror attack. And definitely from there on, things will be initiated as far as this entire investigation is concerned. Shivani.
All right. Aditya, I'll request you to please stay on with us, as we'll require your inputs for this other